Hello and welcome back to Crypto Saving Experts, where we talk about the latest cryptocurrency news and take a look at the markets so that we all know exactly what is happening. My name is Jess and we do these live streams every single weekday. We're on like number 120 right now. We've been doing these since back in November, December, every single weekday. So if you are new around here, please don't forget to head over to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button. Today we are streaming to Binance Live, to YouTube and to Twitter for the first time today as well. So there's a lot of things going on my screen right now. Hopefully it's all running smoothly. Let me know in the comments if it is not and I'll try and fix that ahead of the next stream. But let's get into today's stream anyway and see what else is going on in the market. So we have Bitcoin up 0.61% in the last 24 hours to $27,100. And we also have Ethereum up 1.52% to $1,890 there as well. It's all looking pretty green in the markets today and it's Friday. What could be better? Let's take a look at the Crypto Saving Expert Instagram to see what's been going on here. The main story of the day is that US Senator Elizabeth Warren says that crypto funds the fentanyl trade and it's time to shut it down. So this statement was made in a hearing on the 31st of May, where she cited research that Elliptic, which revealed that 19 Chinese businesses that offer fentanyl precursors accept crypto payments. So there's a lot of people angry with these comments in the responses comments of this Instagram post. If you do want to stay up to date with the latest cryptocurrency news, make sure to go over to our Instagram at Crypto Saving Expert and stay up to date with that. And we also post reels over on there every single day, recapping the news there as well. And I always say keeping up to date with the news is so important. If you're new in crypto or you've just not really been making the profits you want to make, staying up to date with the news is a really good strategy because you will learn over time what's going on in the markets and how the markets respond to different pieces of information. And that can be really, really useful. And that ties in very nicely with the next piece of news that we are going to discuss today. If we take a look at this article here, we did report here on these live streams that Binance was starting to delist privacy coins from the exchange for people in Spain, Italy, Germany, and France, maybe? Don't quote me on France. I'm not 100% certain that was on the list. But they are looking to remove privacy coins from the exchange to try and comply with regulations. Now, off the back of that, we've seen Litecoin's Mimblewimble balance spike 90% as Binance cracked down on privacy coins in Europe. So this is a response from that piece of news a couple of days ago. And as I said, this is why we need to keep on top of the news. It's really important because we can jump onto different trends like this. So if we take a look at this, Mimblewimble was actually launched not that long ago. So it was launched on the Litecoin network last year, and the upgrade allows users to complete the transactions anonymously without disclosing their location and individual balance or transaction amount. So this is adding a layer of privacy onto the Litecoin network, and that is seen a real benefit for people, and people are looking at the privacy coins and going, these restrictions and the regulations within the EU are going to make it hard to be able to trade these privacy coins. So what else can we look at? And they've looked at Mimblewimble and seen this as a great alternative, and because of that we've seen the transactions spike massively. So the increase was gained within the last 48 hours with a 90% gain in the day Binance revealed its plan of disabling trading for privacy coins. And so really interesting shift here and something that we should have expected here. We can see here the outlook for Litecoin is bullish. People are feeling pretty excited about this one. So it's uncertain whether the sudden increase in the Mimblewimble balance is connected. It's such a funny name with the latest privacy coin crackdown, but it confirms a growing interest in the Litecoin privacy network. This has a positive impact on the Litecoin's price. So let's take a look at LTC and see where we are. It's currently up 2.23% in the last 24 hours. But if we take a look here at the charts on cryptosavingexpert.com, if we go to the 4-hour chart here, you can see it's had a nice rise over the last couple of days. So let's get some time measures on this for a little bit more information. So this is when the new month started. 1st of June is this candle here, and you can see there's been a nice increase here. Now we have been trapped under certain levels on Litecoin for a while. If I zoom out a little bit, this is going to be a lot easier. If you haven't already, make sure to go to cryptosavingexpert.com to stay up to date with the prices and to stay up to date with the latest cryptocurrency news. We can see here that Litecoin crashed massively during 2022, like the entire cryptocurrency market did. It fell pretty early though during this time, and then in November 2022, when we saw FTX collapse, it took another dump here. Now it has risen back up to around that $106 level. It had a low all the way down at $40. But people are feeling pretty excited about this now, especially after what's been happening with Binance, and it is expected that other exchanges are likely to follow, because if crypto regulation in the EU is meaning that centralized exchanges can't offer privacy coins, none of them are going to be able to. So this might see a pattern that we see continuing. Now we can see here in the previous bull market, $413 was the high for Litecoin, and with bullish expectations of what to come, it could be a pretty exciting investment for the next bull market. Obviously, nothing is financial advice. That's just me getting pretty excited off the back of this news as a Litecoin investor. Let's take a look at the next piece of news here and see what else is going on in the markets. Let's check everything is running smoothly. Let me know if there are any problems on any of the streams, because I've never streamed to this many platforms at once before. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. Let's take a look at here. James says, and the sun's out. Exactly, what could be better? The markets are green, it's Friday, the sun's out, it's going to be a great weekend. And hopefully Bitcoin continues to move upwards throughout the weekend as well. We'll take a look at the price of Bitcoin and analyze the chart of Bitcoin at the end of today's stream, so make sure to stay till the very end so that you don't miss out on that. And also, if you aren't over on the YouTube channel at Crypto Saving Expert, make sure to go over to YouTube to watch us on there and hit that subscribe and bell notification button as well. And if you are already following us from YouTube, make sure to hit that like button. Let's take a look at what else is going on in the cryptocurrency news. So Winklevoss twins Gemini start the process of acquiring a crypto license in the UAE. So what we can see here is many different cryptocurrency exchanges, as we keep saying here on the channel over and over again, are looking at alternatives to the US. Now, the US cryptocurrency exchanges can still operate in the US, but the US regulators are making it incredibly difficult, and the future is uncertain. And we can also see here that other jurisdictions are making it easy for cryptocurrency exchanges to operate. And although these exchanges have their main revenue sources in the US, they need to stop branching out in case the US do something stupid like ban cryptocurrencies or make it incredibly difficult, or make it even more difficult for cryptocurrency exchanges to operate in the region. These exchanges need to kind of web out a little bit, so they're not just depending everything on the regulation in the US. So we can see here that the Winklevoss twins have started to move their cryptocurrency exchange to the UAE, and we all know that Dubai is definitely a cryptocurrency hotspot, and they have just started to partner with banks in Hong Kong as well to try and offer cryptocurrency services. So we are seeing partnerships across these hotspots and trying to empower the cryptocurrency industry. So it's very exciting what's happening here, and I think it is very important for cryptocurrency exchanges to spread their wings a little bit and move out of the US just slightly, because, as I said, the regulation there is uncertain and we don't know what's going to happen next. We know that the US regulators do not like crypto, and they're making it very, very difficult for cryptocurrency exchanges to operate out there. So they do need to be careful of this, but it seems that many different exchanges are happy to spread their wings and look elsewhere as well. Hopefully the US does sort out that regulation though. I've still got high hopes about this. Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, is trying to push that very, very hard, and that is something that I am a huge fan of. Let's take a look at the next one here and see what else is going on. So Multichain lands in hot water as CEO goes missing. So Multichain's team said they could not contact the CEO for necessary access to maintain the protocol. This image here is really, really cool. We use Midjourney for all of our news articles, and I think it just makes the pieces so much better. If you do get your news anywhere else, then stop and start going to cryptosavingexpert.com to get your latest cryptocurrency news. Let's take a look at this one. So cross-chain protocol Multichain has been making rounds on Twitter after the team admitted to experiencing issues beyond their control in the absence of the CEO. So on Wednesday, Multichain said it faced unforeseeable circumstances in the last 2 days that affected its Router 5 network, and the team said the problem was beyond their current permissions and ability, but was unable to contact CEO and obtain the necessary server access for maintenance. So what's happening here is the CEO's just completely disappeared. Multichain CEO allegedly arrested. So this is according to rumors. The CEO could have been arrested, and the team are under police custody in Shanghai, China, with roughly $1.5 billion of contract funds under control. However, nothing official has been released at the time of writing, and the rumors remain speculative. So it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds and what's actually been going on here. So we can see, in order to protect the interest of our users, we have decided to suspend the corresponding cross-chain service for the affected chain on the UI. And they've said they've asked users to stop directly calling the multi-chain protocol smart contracts onto the affected chain for cross-chain operations. So this is a massive announcement, and obviously something that the team would have preferred to keep under wraps and not announce to the public. But obviously they've come to the point at which they have to do something about this. And very shocking news here, and it'll be interesting to see if these rumors are true. We will be keeping an eye on that, and obviously we will be reporting on that here at the Crypto Saving Expert live streams as well. So if you are new here, please don't forget to like and subscribe over on YouTube and hit that bell notification button as well. We do these live streams, as I said, every single weekday at 11 a.m. BST time, so make sure not to miss out on these. Next one, Bitcoin Jesus believes that Ethereum, not Bitcoin, will likely be the front runner in onboarding new users into the cryptocurrency industry. Now, this isn't something that I definitely disagree with here. So what we see here is many different things that there's multiple different things that can attract people into the cryptocurrency space. One of those being the big gains. A lot of people come into crypto because they want to make a lot of money. And those big gains don't typically come from Bitcoin anymore. Now, Bitcoin obviously has a huge potential, and I'm very excited and very bullish about what could happen for the future in Bitcoin. However, when people are new to the industry, they always think they're too late to invest into Bitcoin and they need to find something else. That's a common misconception when people come into cryptocurrency. However, there are things on the Ethereum network and projects built on the Ethereum network which people don't feel that towards. So, for example, meme coins. Meme coins attract so many people into the cryptocurrency space. I'm not personally a meme coin fan. Honestly, they annoy me. However, they do attract people into the cryptocurrency space. The amount of my friends that approach me and say, I found this new meme coin, it's going to be the next Dogecoin, it's going to be the next SHIB, it's unbelievable, and they want to get involved in the cryptocurrency space because they can make money quickly, or they think they can anyway. Other than that, we have NFTs as well, built on the Ethereum network or other networks, that does push adoption of the cryptocurrency industry. And when different companies in Web 2, for example, when Reddit launched their collectible items that were actually NFTs, if they build that on the Ethereum network, that's pushing adoption on Ethereum. That's not necessarily pushing adoption on Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is a brilliant asset, but people don't invest into Bitcoin for the long term and to make big profits. People typically come into the cryptocurrency space because they want to make big profits. That's what I'm trying to say, and those projects are typically on the Ethereum network, not on Bitcoin or on other networks. However, with Bitcoin, we could see a big drive in adoption with Bitcoin because of inflation problems, if we have a recession, different problems like that, and people looking to have a digital gold. However, that takes a little bit longer for adoption. So I think that the main reason people come into cryptocurrency right now is unfortunately because of those possible gains, but then in the long term, they see the benefits of Bitcoin and get involved in that as well. But this isn't a comment that I would necessarily agree with. So let's take a look at this anyway. Roger Ver, also known as Bitcoin Jesus, has boldly predicted that Ethereum, not Bitcoin, will be the digital asset and blockchain network that will likely onboard new users into the crypto industry. So he said this during an episode of the show Me the Crypto. Even though Ethereum doesn't have the biggest market cap like compared to Bitcoin, I think Ethereum is the front runner in terms of driving worldwide adoption. Ethereum is having its own scaling issues, and there is a bunch of Ethereum clones, but the EVM chain seems to be where the action happens. If I had to pick the front runner, it's probably the Ethereum ecosystem. Now let me know in the chat or in the comments, depending on what stream you're on, if you think Ethereum will flip Bitcoin this year, if you think the market cap of Ethereum will overtake Bitcoin, because I'm really, really interested in this. In my opinion, it doesn't really matter. If we take a look at Ethereum compared to other networks, competing networks, Ethereum killers as some people call them, that's a really interesting debate as well, because a lot of people see new networks that have faster transaction speeds, lower transaction fees, and they think this is the Ethereum killer. This is going to overtake Ethereum and become the next decentralized application ecosystem. But that is something I do disagree with. I don't think that a platform can overtake Ethereum right now as that major network that hosts all of these decentralized applications, just because Ethereum has been around that long and it has proved itself over time. It's something that you can't take over. That's not something that you can replace. A new network will always be a new network. Ethereum has stood its ground, and there's many different projects built upon this network right now, and it's just got that reliability aspect to it that a new network can't really give us. So we can see here that Roger Ver's forecast of Ethereum being the primary driver of crypto adoption highlights a long-running theory that Ether could eventually flip Bitcoin's market cap to become the #1 digital asset. So as I said, let me know in the chat if you think that's possible for this year. It's a very interesting debate. A lot of people debate this for a long period of time. I don't think it's necessarily important whether Ethereum's market cap is greater than Bitcoin for a period of time, but overall, I'm always a Bitcoin fan. Anything that comes first, it's always going to be Bitcoin, and then I'll probably say Ethereum, and then I'll look at some altcoins as well. But my #1 holding is Bitcoin, even if Ethereum's market cap overtakes it. I am more bullish on Ethereum and more bullish on Bitcoin and more certain in Bitcoin personally. Obviously, everybody has their own preferences, but let's take a look at the next article here and see what else is going on. I hope the stream is running okay over on Twitter as well, because it looks like it's lagging slightly. So let me know if there's any problems. Let me know if there's any problems on YouTube as well. I'm not sure what's the term? How well this is streaming. Let me know if there are some streaming issues here in the chat on YouTube, please. Let's take a look at this next article. So Orbiter Finance confirms Discord server hack, $213,000 allegedly stolen. So that is a huge amount of money. If you are interested in Orbiter Finance, make sure to go to cryptosavingexpert.com and check out that article. Let's take a look at the next one here. Gate token continues to dip despite the Gate.io team dismissing liquidity rumors. So there have been rumors about the liquidity at Gate.io. If we take a look here, the price of Gate token has experienced double-digit losses of 12% in the last 48 hours due to rumours of Gate.io being under police investigation for having links to Multichain, whose CEO has vanished without a trace. So if we can take a look at this, Gatecoin's troubles began on the 24th of May. That has dipped, and we've already reported, obviously, on what's happening with Multichain right now. The concerns that we have around that CEO, we will be keeping you up to date on what has actually happened with that CEO when official news breaks. At the moment, it is just all rumors, but we'll stay tuned on that one. That's a really interesting story. Next, we have Tether USDT market cap soars to new high above $83.2 billion. So the USDT Tether market cap is at an all-time high right now, and it's further cemented its position as a leader in the stablecoin market, holding more than 60% dominance. Now, USDT has got its fair amount of hate and FUD around it over the years. A lot of people are very negative when it comes to USDT because they've failed to be really transparent with their reserves in the past. But in the last couple of years, they've become more and more transparent. They've tried to audit themselves and show us all where their reserves are so that we can feel more confident in this asset. Now, it is the leading stablecoin in terms of market cap. As I said, it's just reached an all-time high, and this comes after USDT Tether have really stepped up and said, look, this is the transparency that we can provide now. These are the audits. This is all the reserves that we have. We are very strong, and that we will be holding our peg. Whilst its competitors, those other top stablecoins like USDC, have showed weaknesses this year. USDC depegged from the dollar when SVB had to shut down for that period of time. So we can see those fluctuations in other stablecoins, which we just have not seen with USDT. USDC has received a huge amount of FUD, but they've managed to hold strong and hold that peg and always repeg if there was a problem. So that long performance of reliability is what is keeping USDT strong. And that's similar to what I've said with Ethereum. Ethereum may have its issues, but it's been around for a long time. It's shown that it can keep that top spot, so it's hard to replace. And let's take a look at the next one here and see what else is going on. So Sui Network bags multi-year partnership with Red Bull Racing. If you are an F1 fan, make sure to check out this article. It's very exciting. Also, if you go to our Crypto Saving Expert Instagram, if we see, have we got any tagged posts here? I'm sure we do. From Richard Verschoor, who has been racing all around the world recently. We sponsor him. You can see our logo is here. So if you're an F2 fan, make sure to check out that car if you see any of the races. It's very exciting to have our logo on the front like that. And he's posted lots of exciting things with the car involved. And we also have a post here of him with Jordan, our founder, that Martini guy. Let's take a look anyway at the next article here and see what else is going on. So we have Circle announced it will launch USDC natively on Arbitrum. So really pushing out there and trying to expand onto different networks. Let's take a look at the next one here, and then we'll get on to the price of Bitcoin and see what's going on. So we have Fortnite's Twitter account briefly hacked to promote fake crypto. So Fortnite said it is not involved in selling any cryptocurrencies following the hack. Somebody managed to get I just completely stuttered there. Get access to the platform and has started to tweet about a cryptocurrency scam. Unfortunately, these malicious players in the game ruin the name of cryptocurrency. When people see things like this that aren't involved in crypto, it just gives them more and more reason to think that cryptocurrency is a scam, to not get involved and to shy away from the industry. So it's really upsetting to see things like this over and over again. We want to push adoption of the cryptocurrency industry, and when people like this get involved in crypto and try and steal funds and get access to Fortnite's Twitter, it just really tarnishes our reputation as an industry. So it is very disappointing to see. But let's take a look now at the price of Bitcoin. Let's do some exciting Bitcoin analysis and see what is going on here. Hopefully the stream is all running smoothly. Let me know if we have any problems. So we can see here we have this level of support and support between 26,900 and 26,600. We have again bounced that level of support, and we are now moving up above that. Yesterday we did draw on this level of resistance that we should be looking at around $27,420. Hopefully we will start to see some movement up there and see if this resistance is going to hold. We have another level of resistance at 27,700 that we've used historically over and over again. As I say on this channel, these lines have been on the chart for months now. We've been within this price zone for a long period of time. We entered this range at around the 17th of March. We have managed to break up above it a couple of times and down below it a couple of times, but overall these levels of support and resistances have been respected greatly by the price of Bitcoin. So it's not been a bad thing to have these levels on my chart right now. We can see here obviously that I'm hoping that we continue to hold that $26,600 to $26,900 support so we can start moving to the upside, but we are really retesting that right now. We also have the Bitcoin CME gap to keep an eye on. That is going to open tonight. CME gap is the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, which is operational Monday to Friday. It's not operational over the weekend. So in the price chart, if we pull that up, I'll even show you what it looks like here. If we take a look at the Bitcoin futures CME here, you can see that on a Friday it closes, and then after the weekend it opens again, and we see that gap in the market, and that's like a magnet for the Bitcoin price. So right now we have a couple of CME gaps to keep an eye on. So if we go to the daily chart here, you can see the major CME gaps that we have is, let's zoom out a little bit more. We have one down at $20,300, which is acting like a magnet for the Bitcoin price, unfortunately. But we also have one from back in May last year up at $35,300. So we need to keep an eye on that. Now, probability says that historically, the CME gaps tend to close within the start of the following week. But that obviously doesn't happen. As we've said, we have those two major CME gaps that we need to take a look at. So it's really interesting to keep an eye on the CME gap over the weekend, because if we have a CME gap just above the Bitcoin price or just below the Bitcoin price, it could be really nice. Some people do choose to just trade those CME gaps and take advantage of that probability there. Let's take a look. Actually, that's all we have for today's video. I don't know what I'm saying there. Let's take a look at Bitcoin USDT one more time and see what's going on there. So as I said, we have that 26,900 to 26,600 level support. And then we have this green level here at 27,400. We have that one there at 27,700. So they're the levels that I'm keeping an eye on. But that is all we have for today's stream. So thank you very much for tuning in as always. If you have enjoyed today's stream and you're not on our YouTube channel, make sure to go to YouTube, Crypto Saving Expert. Give us a subscription, give us a, I was going to say follow, then I was going to say subscription. Subscribe to us on there. Press the bell notification button. Like a few of our streams to help us with the algorithm. Don't forget to go to cryptosavingexpert.com and press that big blue sign up button at the top. If you tick that box there, you get access to our newsletter every single Tuesday at 11 a.m. BST time as well. Well, that is all there is from me. So thank you very much for tuning in. And I hope you all have a lovely weekend. I'll see you back here on Monday. Goodbye.